This is Lydia Abrams, disappeared June 6, 2020 from her ranch in Mountain Center, California. She was a millionaire widow of La Jolla millionaire Clem Abrams, who died in 2018. She had spent at least a year battling his two adult children, trying to invalidate a 1984 prenup, and she was trying to secure $6.7 million in assets from his estate. His two kids are trustees of his estate. This is her fiance, 71-year-old Keith Harper. 2 weeks before she vanished, she gave him power of attorney over her estate. And a few weeks before, he had gone to Grand Wash Cliffs. So here's a clip of a drone search of Grand Wash Cliffs. So Harper allegedly owns 85 acres of land in this area, and he told reporters, "I have no reason to bring harm to her. I loved," in past tense, "that woman."
We had lunch that day at about 2 o'clock. finished up at about 2:30. She was, we fed the horses, which are 7 miles down earlier. We had a guy work on a water heater down there. She was of good spirits at that moment. So we ended lunch. We were going to Durango, Colorado on the following day. She said she had made a statement. She said, I would like to talk with you. And I said, well, we have the meadow to do. And I said, I'll be till dark getting the meadow done. And I said, can we talk once I finish that? I will not ever see her again. She leaves her purse on the counter. She talks about going down and reining the horses. She does that all the time. She usually leaves at about 5 o'clock. She gets back at about, probably 7:30, 7:45. Very athletic. She did a lot of hikes. Very outgoing. Absolutely beautiful woman. She's an awesome person. She's a person that I have looked for all my life.
2 days after she went missing, he drove his motorhome from California to Aztec, New Mexico, where he owns a storage business. And shortly after his arrival, police obtained a warrant, confiscated his motorhome, and removed a front section of the driver's seat as evidence. So the San Juan County Sheriff also searched his storage business. In August, he told CBS, we had our cell phones, computers, they were all taken. Apparently, Harper has a criminal history in Colorado. In 2000, he was charged with 2 domestic violence felonies, sexual assault, kidnapping, but the victim refused to testify against him, so they dropped it to a misdemeanor assault. In 2011, convicted of sexual groping of 2 women on a snowmobile tour he gave. He was ordered to register as a sex offender in Colorado, but when I checked the registry, he is not found anywhere. Oh, maybe he forgot. In 2014, he was charged with a probation violation and sentenced to 4 months because he was giving ATV tours on BLM land. So he filed a lawsuit against a boot company in Arizona where she had purchased some boots. He told the judge, I am the trustee of her estate. I am the power of attorney. It takes 5 years to pass before she's legally declared dead. I am just trying to clear up some financial issues. I've taken over her finances, which have cost thousands of dollars in the process. He referred to 5 other missing people in that area. And he declared that because 5 people went missing in 5 weeks, I do not think I will ever see my fiance again. I think some dark side destroyed her. So Riverside County Sheriff has not named him or anyone else as a person of interest. As a side note, she's been renting property to some renters who were busted for a big marijuana grow operation that has nothing to do with her disappearance. Isidro Garcia left his employment at the ranch in September of 2020, where he had worked for her for 14 years. Because Harper cut his hours to 28 a week. Garcia said, he treats me like a slave. He's a mean guy. He's not a nice person. I'll tell you that. I don't trust him anymore. I never trusted him. He's not a nice person. Of course, Harper told CBS, you're talking about somebody who left and is probably a little disgruntled. I've never treated him that way ever. Garcia recalls Harper making a statement about getting ownership of the property. He told me, "I hope I can live 5 more years." So, in a search warrant at her ranch, police seized a tan bedsheet with possible blood stains, 2 spent bullet casings, and 2 handwritten letters. And when they went to Aztec, New Mexico, they seized Harper's Ford RV and impounded it, and as evidence took a section of the front driver's seat. They also searched his storage units, but they won't disclose what was seized as evidence. Her neighbor, Diane Fetter, is acting as second trustee. On the day he left in his motorhome, she refused to allow anyone into the home and was armed with a gun. Shortly after Harper left, the sheriff showed up with the warrant. Harper told CBS 8, "Dia spelled it out that it was to become a reserve, and that is what our intent, both me and Diana, is to make that into a reserve in memory of her. It is to never be sold, always remain as a reserve for animals." So now her guest house is being used as a vacation rental. Sounds familiar if you think about Suzanne Morphew. She's 65 with blonde hair and blue eyes. Last seen wearing yellow shirt, jeans, black and turquoise jacket, 5'5", 130 pounds. Here's contact information, and if you know anything about Lydia Abrams' disappearance, please contact the Sheriff's Department. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye.